I think this is the fourth video that I've produced not produced, but record and perhaps most probably produce. If this is being posted, then obviously it's produced in this journey from Gombak to Kuantan. Right? The first video is on the way to Kuantan, where it's just, I forgot what I'm talking about, but I think it's update on my life, generally speaking. But I touched on something on parenting, if I can recall, right? That's number one. And then going back to Gombak, I think on one video I've talked about the purpose of videos, which is triggered by why I'm recording, and the purpose is for that particular one is, and including this actually, is to be safe in this journey, to avoid me getting sleepy. And we are 30 minutes from the destination in Gombak, and Alhamdulillah, I think generally everything is well, in the sense that I'm still okay driving without being too sleepy because of this, right? So it is good alternative, because previously the only way to avoid getting too sleepy is by eating snacks and whatever, right? And that actually, the side effect of that is what I talked a bit in the previous one is about my health, right? Meaning that I keep on accumulating fat because of so much junk food that I eat just to stay awake while traveling, while driving. Right? So this is interesting alternative where I can also stay awake, not by eating but by talking to a camera, right? So maybe if this is a new trend, whenever I am driving, I just set up the camera and talk. Hopefully that will make me healthier, I think, in the sense that because I will not eat so much junk food while driving. While I think the negative effect would be on my channel, because there will be more and more videos that the analytics will going down, because there will be more video that no one will watch. Number one, I think just this thumbnail, no one will click, so that will affect negatively on my thumbnails, how often generally it will be shown to people. And secondly, the watch time also will drastically go down, I think, because this kind of video, just watching the first 30 seconds, people will know that why would I watch this? There's no purpose, or there's no meaning or value that much, right? So that will be the negative impact. However, I guess the net effect is still positive. I guess if I can avoid getting too obese by the virtue of having an alternative other than eating junk food while driving. I have the junk food, meaning that, for example, I have to buy all of this. I'm not sure if you can. There's a lot of this that I have bought. Actually, before starting recording, I have eaten quite a number of packet of those, because otherwise I will get sleepy. And so that's how it is for me all these years, and that's how the accumulation of body fat, I guess, that has dramatically increased over years, because I want to be safe while driving, I need to be eating a lot of junk food. But if this is a new alternative, then hopefully, towards a healthier me, I guess. Anyway, what I initially I want to record this to say something else, but once I record it goes to this direction. But still, the underlying purpose is for me to reach my destination safely, so whatever, right? But still, I want to hopefully still have some value in the video. Right, okay, so this is the fourth in this travel today, fourth video. most recent one, actually, I talk about my retirement and what is the strategic step looking forward for retirement. I think that takes a turn towards heavy stuff that I need to plan, and actually, I don't know, maybe one day soon, having it, thinking out loud about that in the office while sketching a timeline perhaps would be interesting, because this is a strategic planning that I'm not sure if there's a partner, because for most strategic planning that I have done, there will be a partner that I can find, right? Because it's mostly in organization perspective, right? How to bring forth this agenda, etc. And it's always in the structure, in organization structure, right? But this is more about personally, in my remaining years of life, assuming Allah will still give me a chance to still breathe and still be healthy up to 75, right? What is the strategic positioning there? What is the impact that I want to aim there? And so those are the basis of, okay, I need to do some strategic planning, right? As well as the remaining second half of my remaining period as a lecturer and academician, right? Where I have a direct access to the students. So what do I want to achieve in this second half of the 20 years window? Right. Have you done, okay, so having said this, have you done any sort of strategic planning in your life before? And I think you do not need to wait until you reach my age to realize, meaning if you have listened to that, I hope the takeaway point is that we should start to plan early, right? Meaning it would be good if someone actually shared this to me 10 years back and give me the perspective of, do you realize that what you want to achieve for the student, you only have 20 years of window, because you will retire at that age and you only finish your PhD at this age. Because for me, I complete my PhD very, very late. There's a long story why that happened, but I finished my PhD after two of my younger sisters already completed their PhD, right? One sister completed PhD, one sister completed PhD. Only then I completed my PhD with almost the same time as another younger sister completed their PhD, right? So I take so much time to complete my PhD, and then I have only that 20 years of window if I retire, where I will have the window to really impose or put my footprint on this arena. So if you are still young and you have high aspiration and goals, hopefully this trigger you to think early. And in my first video, I actually mentioned as well one of the factor, I think the first one going there, right? About when we talk about parenting, as I say, Alhamdulillah, I have a partner that have a direct positive impact to the children, even though I'm not there and quite absent, because she is there. So finding a right partner is crucial. That and I talked there about the effect in the children, but I think what I didn't mention directly or explicitly there, but it's also true, is impact on you as well, right? The big factor that I'm able to function at this level is because I have my wife that enables me to function like this. Right? It is impossible, and I cannot imagine I can actually function like this if my wife is not as supportive. And when we talk about supportive, it's not just you know, understanding and let you do what you want to do, but also have the same wavelength. You know, whatever type of stresses, burden, etc. that comes along together with this journey, she understands it and she can help you navigate, etc. Right? So it's interesting if you want to specify what type of spouse or wife that is required for you to function at a certain level. That in itself is an interesting discussion, I would think. And so make sure if you're not yet, if you're young and not yet married, make sure that you have this in mind, because it's super important for you. You know, 20 years, 40 years ahead. And for those who have high aspiration on what to achieve in life, we are talking about at what capacity you will be, you know, firing in all cylinder at the age of like 45, 55, 65, right? And that requires a partner that all out understand and also embody that aspiration, right? So Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Allah make it easy for me, and I hope Allah make it easy for all of you as well if you have that aspiration. And yeah, I made a video specific about Baitul Muslim. I make it into like short, like I don't know, 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes per episode, so that it's easy to consume. But those are the technicalities for those who wish to go about, you know, Baitul Muslim, etc. Those videos are available both in Malay and English. Hopefully it is helpful for anyone that wish to, you know, go through the same path. Yeah. What else? Okay, I went blank. I know I still have to keep on talking because we're still not yet at our destination and I need to still stay awake. But for this topic, I thought this will be the final one because I want to wrap up. But is this the... Okay, inshallah, I think it's like this is required like another 15 minutes to this destination, so we're not that long away, so inshallah. Yeah. Wallahu alam. I think I'll just end here and hopefully the rest of the way it is safe already, because it's familiar road and hopefully it's not going to trigger the sleepiness in my eyes. All the best. Okay, if any of this triggered any question, any topics that is, it is interesting that I am asking as if anyone is actually watching it, but if anyone somehow is still watching, I'm wondering why. Meaning, is there anything interesting with this format or with the topic? And if it is somehow interesting, even if for only one of you, I'm willing to actually, if you say that this format or this kind of things is interesting for you because it gives you any wisdom, etc., etc., feel free to comment and suggest, so that, because even if it's only meaningful for one, but in terms of ROI, if I know anyone who is interested in, you know, the topics which can really help them navigate and decide in important things in life, etc. Because for me, directly contributes towards those kind of things is part of the, you know, my passion, because those are among the things that can contribute to the maximum of return on investment on my time. That's why I produce a lot of fikrah video, because normally that is among the things that trigger decision making in people, right? But of course, I also watch a lot of podcasts. Okay, where's the... And I like podcast style, etc. And I get a lot of things from podcasts, just people sharing, etc. Right? So I'm not sure whether any of my audience is actually into those kind of things. But if there's anyone, and part of what I'm just sharing out loud here is of benefit to you, but of course this but this setting is not really optimized because the sound, etc. Right? So if I'm in my office just speaking, I'm not sure whether the flow state of mind will be the same, because normally in the office setting I'm geared towards a topic, and meaning I tend to be more conscious and more planned. This is not planned, this is just let my mind wander, right? So I'm not sure, just comment, perhaps just thinking out loud video on a specific topics, or podcasts on a specific topics is of benefit to you. Feel free to say, so that I know there's audience for that can really give higher ROI on my time. I'm more than willing to invest my time on whatever that is important for those kind of, because it's not about viewership, it's not about number of views. If I like to put this analogy in terms of video, right? Because normally, for anyone who have posted any video on social media, right, normally the most visible counter is the number of views and then number of likes, right? But I would like, I try to see it on a different perspective, because the reward that we have is not directly related to the views or the likes. If you can understand the business, right? For example, if I am a business, I want to sell something, and I post video on social media as a mean, or as a to grab attention, etc., to channel towards people buying my product, for example, right? The metrics of success that I have is not really the number of views and likes that those videos get, right? It's more of the how much it translates to people purchasing the product. So if somehow my video reach 5,000, meaning somehow the video go viral, it goes to 50,000 views, but no one actually, it doesn't convert anyone to buy anything. But a different video, it goes to a much lesser audience, just go to 10, but 5 of them actually buy. Perhaps, because it can be pushed to a totally different demography, right? But certain demography do not have the intention to buy, they just want to laugh, they just want to have the dopamine effect, etc., right? But for this one, of course, the pool is much smaller, but the ROI is higher, because they have the intention to actually purchase if they think it's good enough, right? This one maybe do not have any money, that 10,000. So that's how I try to look at it. So I'm not really, with that lens, I'm not really affected that much in terms of how much view a video can have. But I'm trying to ponder, because I'm not sure whether there's a metric that I can tap into, the implication, because I'm not selling a product, a direct product. What I'm selling is making change in life, something like that, right? But I cannot see that translate to any metrics of analytics. In YouTube, the closest that I try to see, hopefully there's some correlation, is the view or the watch time, meaning that if somehow this video is being watched by someone for the throughout of 1 hour, meaning the video is 1 hour and a half, and someone actually watched 1 hour quarter, or rarely people watch for 100%, right? But if 1 hour, there's someone actually spend 1 hour to watch, even though one person spend 1 hour to watch, I take it as a hint that that is a possible conversion, right? Because if someone willing to invest 1 hour to watch that long video of mine, the chances of him actually acting on it is higher than someone, or like 1,000 of person click on it and just watch 1 minute. But you know, normally there wouldn't be after effect of acting, because they just watch very minute portion of it. And so those are the analytics that I try to look at in YouTube, like the duration that any particular person watch in one video, right? So that's the closest, I think, in terms of analytics, that I think can give into a window of perhaps, hopefully this translate into, you know, the selling or the action, right? Taking action, right? Because that is where the return on investment comes. I will be rewarded when people take action, right? So yeah, so on YouTube there's that at least, but I try to post on other social media, right? But for example, I post on TikTok, but it doesn't show the analytics in terms of that. So I don't even know, because one is on TikTok is very funny, because the number of view doesn't really represent anything, because on YouTube at least it represents those who click, right? Because the video do not suddenly play. You have, when the thumbnail is served to you, you have to decide whether to click or not to click, right? But just clicking on the video doesn't mean anything. It means that the thumbnail is drawing attention, fine, but there's no return yet on that, right? So meaning that that's why the number of view doesn't matter. But what matters, as I mentioned, is for those who click, how much time they spend on that one video, right? If they actually watch 1 hour, hopefully there's a possibility that it affect them, and hopefully, because this one there's no metric that I can actually confirm, right? Hopefully they take action, right? So the more individuals that watch a long time, normally that's how my logic is. But in TikTok, the view is like, it's based on how much the TikTok itself push, right? Because you just swipe and then some random video comes in, and then the view already goes up, right? So I don't even know what the view means from the perspective of return on investment. It doesn't. And then I cannot even see the analytics of watch time of that particular. I'm not sure whether it's available, but I tried to find, I couldn't find. So that's why on TikTok I it's just I just dump everything, and hopefully someone is affected somehow. Cannot even try to even draw any correlation, because there's no analytics that it seems to be related to that. But on YouTube at least there's that watch time. It's not the cumulative watch time, because like I said, if 1,000 person just watch 1 minute, it's 1,000 minutes, right? That seems a lot, but if I go into the more detailed number, 1,000 people only watch the first minute. So I doubt anyone is actually positively affected and take action if they just watch 1 minute. What do they understand anyway, right? So yeah, that's how I look at it, and that's why I'm saying here, okay, the point is, if you think some format is interesting for you, and you are those type of people who wish to change your lifestyle, and some of the things that I can talk about in a format that maybe I haven't done it before can be of benefit for you, feel free to say so, because I'm willing to invest if you are part of those who can give me return on ROI in terms of taking action, right? So that's my whole perspective on this, and yeah, I intend to go in that direction. So feel free to comment, indicate what would be beneficial, inshallah. Okay, so I'm now entering the gate of IIUM. So we are, alhamdulillah, here safely and sound. What is the time now? Is it still Maghrib? 8. But because I'm Musafir, so I think it's possible to do Jamak Qasar, Jamak Takhir, right? Yeah. So, okay, I'm in totally the dark. I didn't realize I'm talking in the dark. This is even more interesting if someone is still listening, right? Because it's just like a radio at this point, I think. A radio with a bad ambient noise from the engine and the car. Anyway, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Alhamdulillah summa alhamdulillah. Allah make the travel easy today. We have 3 hours go, 3 hours to Kuantan and 3 hours back. I think it's more than 3 hours because actually stop and sleep for a bit on the way back. That's why it's already dark here when I arrive. And alhamdulillah, I managed to arrive here at 8. We have an appointment after this. I have a meeting I think at 9 and then another meeting at 10. So alhamdulillah, safe and sound here. Ya Allah, give a reward to all of us for everything that we do, insyaAllah. See you next time.